Okay, I thought of a new little video to do as us climbing up this hill. So what it's going to be called is how to descend like a pro. So here's some tips and tricks on how to help you descend faster. I don't recommend descending fast. You can get injured, and so I'm not promoting going fast downhill at all. But if you want to go a little faster going down hills, here's some tips and tricks for you. So the first one is your position when you descend. You want your back as flat as possible. So what I like to do is kind of just lay out over my bike, kind of stick my butt out. Another position, you can just sit on your top tube. That's pretty dangerous though, because well, for me at least, I feel like I lose control. So second tip, don't pedal. After you kind of hit your, I guess I'll call it like terminal pedaling, where you pedal and the wattage you put out doesn't overpower you spinning your legs and putting your legs all out in the wind, flapping in the wind, stop pedaling. So for me, running a 50-34 in front and a 11-30 in back, I stop pedaling after about 35 miles an hour, and I'll pick up speed quicker if at that point I just tuck your knees in real good, tuck your arms in really good. I sometimes descend like that with my hands like that and my head right here. So that's another tip. Don't brake in corners. If you brake in a corner, I highly recommend, if you're really into descending, read Keith Toad's book, Twist of a Wrist, and that'll really educate you. It's about motorcycle riding, but it'll help you with your cycling descents. So when you brake in a corner, it'll stand your bike up, and it'll slow you down, but it's going to push you to the outside of the corner. So don't brake in corners. Brake before the corner. If you have to, over brake a little before you get in the corner, so that when you're in the corner, you're at a comfortable speed. It's going to give you a faster exit speed, and you're going to be faster overall. That brings us into our next tip. Don't ride more than outside of 75% of your ability. If you're bombing down a hill and you're scared shitless, you're probably going to eat shit sooner or later. So what happens is, when you're riding downhill outside of your ability, your brain just has a natural reaction to grab the brake or swerve or jerk or stand up, and you can't stop it. When you get scared in a corner, you won't be able to stop it. So the trick is to send at a speed where you don't get scared. So if you hit a little rock and your front tire starts to slide, you're not going to grab your brake. Or if something happens, you can react safely. So don't ride down. You get faster by riding slow down hills. Don't ride outside your ability. And then lastly, if you want to go really fast, draft somebody or a car. I don't recommend doing that though. So anyhow, we're almost to the top here of Spooner Summit. When we go down, I'm going to film it, and hopefully you guys can see some of those tips in work. We'll see you soon. Okay, so I got my camera on linear. Hopefully that's good enough. And I don't have a helmet mount, so we're just gonna film it. And yeah, hopefully it's good for you guys. The beginning starts out pretty slow. It'll speed up as we go. go with him, but he wouldn't come over and I wasn't gonna go into the fast lane. Descents, just staying in one spot, so sometimes I'll just kind of switch my legs around and I'll try to stay tucked. the end of that descent, we're basically back down to the valley, so I'll stop filming there. It's pretty slow from here on out. That was a slower one. We averaged about probably 40 miles an hour. It was kind of hard to stay tucked and everything with the camera, but maybe I'll get a handlebar mount. That might help. But basically, yeah, that's it. That's how I descend. And I'm not a professional at all. But I do have, see, we need it back. That guy that just swooped right by us, they think they're being an asshole by coming close to me, but really it just helps me. I could have sucked right into him if I had him at the top. And then he would have driven faster and faster down the hill trying to lose me, and he would have just pulled me the whole way down. It would have been perfect. But anyway, I'm not a professional by any means, but I am good at descending, and I got a lot of like 4th and 5th places going down hills around here. I don't think I have any KOMs, but that's how I descend. I hope it helps you guys out. We'll see you next time.